everyone, this is Lalita ma'am and welcome to my channel Mastermind. This is my first video of class 10 and this video is of class 10 science chapter electricity. Now as we know, there are many discoveries, wonderful discoveries that we are using in our daily life. So one such wonderful discovery of science is electricity. Now everywhere around us we can observe or use this electricity. We cannot imagine our life without electricity because this discovery has made or brought up lots of changes in our lifestyle. Yes, and we are in lots of comfort zone because of this electricity. Now from where this electricity has come, what is present inside that wire which makes or which helps to the bulb to glow or the fan to move. So let us explore more about this topic electricity. So to understand the concept of electricity, we have to first understand the term electric charge. Now what is electric charge? Now every object has some mass, okay, and every massive object has a property associated with itself, and that property of every massive object is termed as charge. Now what property of object? Now the property of the object, now every massive object has a property, and this property associated with every massive object is known as charge. Now this property is to attract, to repel, or maybe to move and so on. Now all the objects around us, if I talk about this chalk also, this chalk is made up of small chalk pieces, okay. So that smallest particle of this chalk will be known as chalk atom. So atom is the smallest particle of any element which helps in making which helps in formation of every object around us. So this atom, it is considered as the smallest particle of an element, okay. Now this smallest particle itself has, now Rutherford has given the model of atom. So according to Rutherford, atom has different parts, components in it. Now what are the components? Atom is made up of protons, electrons and neutrons. So protons, electrons and neutrons, these are present in the atom, inside the atom. Now these protons and neutrons, they remain inside the nucleus. Now let us imagine this as the structure of atom. Now proton and neutron, they are present in the nucleus of the atom, and electrons, they revolve around the nucleus in orbits. Like imagine this as different planets revolving around the sun. How sun is at the center and the planets revolve around it, in the same way nucleus is at the center and electrons move in the orbits, and protons and neutrons, they are present inside the nucleus. Now these protons, they have positive charge, neutrons do not have any charge, and electrons have negative charge. Now usually atom is electrically neutral. Neutral in the sense, always it will have equal number of protons and neutrons. An atom usually has equal number of protons and neutrons. So protons and electrons, when it will have equal number of protons and electrons, it is considered as electrically neutral. But if they will have unequal number of protons and electrons, then the atom gets charged. Okay, so the charge of any atom or any charge is because of unequal number of protons and electrons. Now as protons and neutrons, they are held tightly in the nucleus, so they cannot move. So definitely the number of protons cannot be disturbed, okay, because they are held tightly in the nucleus. Now as these electrons, they revolve freely around the nucleus in the orbits, So these electrons are free to move. So the unequal distribution occurs because of the movement of electrons. For example, when you rub a glass rod with a silk cloth, okay, so what happens is this glass rod, from glass rod, electrons are being transferred to the silk cloth. So that is why glass rod becomes positively charged and silk cloth becomes negatively charged. Okay, so in this way the charges or the protons do not move, but the electrons from the glass rod moves or gets transferred to the silk cloth. So the movement of electrons takes place, and this movement of electrons only cause electricity to produce. Okay. Now let us try to understand what are the properties of charges. So properties of charges. This is our next topic. Now these charges, what properties or these charges, what properties do they possess? Now charges are of two types. First property, they are of two types. One is positive and other one is negative. So charges are of two types, positive and negative. Now unlike charges means different charges, they attract each other, and like charges they repel each other. So second property is unlike charges attract and like charges repel. Now from where these charges are coming, from where the new charges are being added, or whether the new charges are added or not. So the third property is based on that no new charges are created. Charges are neither created nor destroyed. They are just transferred from one body to another body. So overall the total number of charges always remains constant. So charges are conserved. Charges are conserved. It means conservation of charges takes place. Charges are neither added or neither created nor destroyed. They simply move from one body to another body. Okay. Then next property is charges are quantized. What do you mean by this quantization? This is very important term. Charges are quantized. Now let us explore about quantization of charges. The fourth property is quantization of charge, or charges are quantized. Now what do you mean by quantized? Now always the number of charges always they are in the form of integral multiple. It means charges are neither written in the form like a half charge or 0.1 charge or 5.7 charges. No, they are always in the form of integers. Okay, so it can be represented as total number of charge is always written as an integral multiple of charge on one charge on one electron. So as this value of charge on electron is given by 1.6 into 10 to the power negative 19 coulomb. So the total charge can be calculated. Let us say if there are 5 electrons, so the total charge constituted by 5 electrons will be 5 into 1.6 into 10 to the power negative 19. If there are 1000 number of electrons, so it will be 1000 into 1.6. This can never be half into 1.6 or 0. Not in decimal, but they will always be in the form of integer. where n is integer. Now you know what are integers? Integers, they are positive as well as negative. If charges are added, then we will have positive value. If charges are removed, then we will have a negative value. Okay. So in this way we can calculate the total number of charge. Now our next topic is SI unit of charge. Now as you know, SI unit is the standard international system of unit. Okay. So the charge international system of unit or SI unit or MKS unit is coulomb. So SI unit of charge is coulomb, which is denoted by C. It is given after the name of the physicist Coulomb, who discovered these charges and explained about these charges. So after his name, its SI unit is also given as Coulomb. Now 1 millicoulomb will be equals to 10 to the power negative 3 coulomb. Okay, 1 millicoulomb is equal to 10 to the power negative 3. Why 10 to the power negative 3? We can also write it as 1 by 1000. It's somewhat like milliliters and liters, how they are related in terms of thousand. So in the same way, 1 millicoulomb is equal to 10 to the power negative 3 coulomb, or we can write it as one more relation, 1 microcoulomb. 1 micro means 10 to the power negative 6. It can be written as 10 to the power negative 6 coulomb. Okay, so 1 millicoulomb is equal to 10 to the power negative 3 coulomb, and 1 microcoulomb is equal to 10 to the power negative 6 coulomb. Now let us solve one question or numerical based on this formula. Question is, what is the number of electrons in 1 coulomb of charge? What is the number of electrons in 1 coulomb of charge? Means for constituting 1 coulomb of charge, how many electrons are required? So first of all, we'll write what all things are given. So what is the amount of charge? Charge is 1 coulomb. And what do we need to find? Number of electrons. So that is our question mark. Charge is given. Also, we know the value of E because this is a constant value. Charge on 1 electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power negative 19 coulomb. So therefore, from this formula, Q is equals to NE. Therefore, N is equal to Q upon E, and value of Q is 1, and this is 1.6 into 10 to the power negative 19. So if you move it up, it becomes 1 upon 1.6 into 10 to the power 19. Now when you solve it, you will get the answer. Now when you solve it, you will get the answer 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. So these many electrons are present, or these many electrons are required to make a charge of 1 coulomb. Okay, I hope you have understood this topic, and with the next topic, electric potential, I will be coming tomorrow. Thank you.